Mhm. Hi guys, I hope you're well, and I believe I'm also very audible. Yeah, I believe I'm also very audible, and you guys are well. So today I want us to have a very general conversation, and this conversation is about, we talk about business data analytics, and we'll also have a conversation about the whole general matters that to do with Kasneb course. Yeah. So number one, let us talk about business data analytics, probably before we go to other general matters, of course, to do with Kasneb. It's so unfortunate that a lot of students nowadays, more so for like 2 or 3 last sittings, a lot of students are failing BDA a lot, business data analytics. And I believe it's just about perception. That is according to the analysis that I've done. I've seen is all about perception. Why? Remember, business data analytics at this level for students who are doing Kasneb, whether you are starting now CPA or whether you are a continuing student, this video is important for you because either way, it will reach a point where you're going to do what? Business data analytics. This is the final paper, of course, before you clear your CPA, right? So there's this notion that business data analytics is always about Excel, which at some point it is true. But the mistake that you should not do is you assume that this is all about Excel, and the majority of students they normally tend to make this mistake because they have a knowledge of BDA, right? You'll find that this person has a very good knowledge about business data analytics. Not business analytics, but about Excel. Because number one, probably you normally use Excel at your workplace. You normally interact with Excel every now and then. So your assumption will be like you are very good in Excel, and therefore the same will also apply in your business data analytics. You avoid that perception. Why? BDA has been designed in a way that at this point, of course, once you're done with all the written papers, that is FR, talk about FM, all these papers that you normally tend to do in your line of CPA. So what is expected as at the end of the day is for you to apply the knowledge that you've been gathering all through your course now to apply it practically. Practically in a sense that you're not doing it manually, but instead you want to use the Excel tools to help you to solve what? To solve these problems. If I may ask, how many times do you normally work out financial management concepts at your workplace? How many times do you use NPV at your workplace? How many times do you use the PMT function at your workplace to solve loan amortization schedule? How many times do you use regression analysis function to solve problem at your workplace? Yeah, very rare, right? How many times, of course, do you normally tend to do aspect of maybe you're comparing aspect of your financial performance in different years using Excel? Rarely you do this. As much as you might be proficient in Excel, rarely you normally tend to do this. So what business data analytics entails is not that just general knowledge of Excel. In this case, you will be required, of course, to use the concept that you did earlier on at your basic level throughout your course. Apply that knowledge using these functions to work them out. So you can clearly see it is not just the basic Excel that you normally use. That's why I normally advise students, regardless of how good you are in Excel, kindly just take that initiative, take that chance. Even if at all you can say resources are scarce, There are so many videos on YouTube. Yeah, just take that chance to look at what is the setup of this business data analytics that so many students, more so the one who normally tend to do their self-study, is like they're good in Excel. Why is it that they're not performing well? It is because of that notion. So I'll want to advise you guys that sacrifice, because as I've always said, education or knowledge is always about sacrificing, right? Sacrifice whichever resources, whichever little resources that you have. Take that chance just to understand how do they normally set up this BDA. If at all I was to do this, what do I need to have? In that case, it will help you a lot. And the beauty part is that if at all you can, maybe you don't have time, you literally, in this case, maybe you don't have time, you're always busy, you can't have time to attend the classes. Like for us in Darasa, we provided a very unique way that you can use to study. Say, for example, watch this and tell me if at all, surely, this is not the best way that you can study. I want to show you something here, and I want us to agree. If at all this will not help you, and if at all you're going to say that it won't help you, then I'll agree. But I'm very sure whatever that we provided you guys, it will definitely help you a lot. So that we should avoid this notion that business data analytics, is just about Excel. So if I'm good in Excel, I just go to exam, then I do this paper, then hula, I have my pass. No, 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 no. Say for example, like for us, what we provided you with, let me go to our site so that I can guide you on how to go about it. I want, if possible, all of us should be passing these papers at one time, right? So, like in this case, I've shared this on screen. This is how our application is. So, for example, you're doing business data analytics, right? On the dashboard, of course, you just come to what you're doing, say like CPA. Under CPA, you come to learning. Of course, in this context, maybe you want to study business data analytics. Don't stress yourself. Just search business data analytics. At that point, you can see we have BDA. So whatever that we provided you with, these are 3 sets. And this applies to all the units that you normally tend to offer. The first set is where you get access to the resources, which will include past papers, you see, which in this case, you can download all the past papers, which will include, of course, the aspects of the notes. You can download them all at once. The second segment is where you get to access the current classes that are ongoing for the current semester. Tell me which other college does this. Tell me which other college does this. You get access to live recorded classes for the current semester. Like this is January, April semester, which in the event that you missed a class, you can still access the same class. For example, in this case, right now for business data analytics, you are in lesson number 8. So whatever that we've done so far, you can literally access lesson 1. You come get video classes. You can download the notes that were used in that same class. Like this was just an overview. If you come to lesson 2, you get to whatever that we've done in that class. At the same time, you can come, click the notes, download the Excel workbooks that were used on that specific class. In addition to that, this is what you're going to get. The aspect of already pre-recorded version, meaning that you have a chance to study ahead. You have a chance to go ahead and study in advance. So that maybe if next time we are handling, say, like a concept of financial reporting, already you have all the resources. You have all the resources here. Like you come, get the videos, whatever has been done. You can literally, you have all the resources all in advance. So that when Mwalimu comes to class, you're not new in that particular concept, but rather at least you'll have already gone through all the courses. And this applies to all the units that we offer. To all the units that we offer. Maybe you're these students doing, say, like advanced taxation. You just access, like you come, get all the resources, which will include past papers, class notes, revision companion. You get access to the current ongoing classes. You get access to the already pre-recorded version. Surely, with all these resources, just to be honest, what will limit you not to pass? What will limit you not to pass with all these resources, if at all we are to honestly speaking? And the beauty part, you can always interact with the lecturer at any given point in time. So, as I've told you, for business data analytics students, kindly try as much as possible. If at all you don't want disasters at the end of the day, remove that notion that I have a knowledge in Excel, so I'm just good to go. Remove that notion, and you'll be in a very, very good position, I can tell you for sure. Of course, the other areas, of course, I think I've been sharing with you guys this a lot, so many times, of how, of course, to organize your work. Yeah. And I've told you, as I mentioned, if I told you can check various videos I've done on YouTube here, I've literally guided you on how the exam setup has changed. It has literally changed. You must always be up to date with all these concepts. For example, students who are doing tax. Remember, for those who are doing tax, a lot has changed. I think I've shared majority of these videos on YouTube here. So kindly take that chance. In this case, Mdarasa, we are here to help you guys. And I'm very sure that you're going to be assisted so that you'll be amongst, of course, the team of those who normally tend to enjoy as at the end of the day. So today, we just talked about business data analytics. And if you take Mwalimu advice, then in this case, it will help you a lot. Another notion that I've seen a lot of students normally tend to make, you'll always be like, Mwalimu, I did this paper before. So you just need maybe aspects of what to be sharpened on various areas. No. Anytime you're redoing a paper, kindly always approach that paper as if you're doing it for the first time. But if you go with the mind that you did this paper maybe some times back, or you're doing this paper again, if you go with that notion, it's going to be a disaster, because there are so many things that you are going to overlook. You're having a mindset that, I did this paper maybe some time back, or rather have done this paper severally. With that notion, you might do that even 5 times. So always make sure that anytime you're redoing a paper, approach it with a mind that this paper, you're doing it for the first time. And if you go with that mind, then in this case, you're not going to overlook. You're going to concentrate in each and every small details. In that case, you'll be in a very, very good position. So guys, I think we'll provide another chance for us to discuss more. For now, of course, for those who are still yet not decided on when to join the classes, I advise you join your class as soon as possible. Always reach us out on our numbers provided: 07 08 068 851. I repeat the number: 07 08 068 851. Reach us out, and trust you me, we'll be here to assist you guys. I want, if possible, all of us to be passing these papers only on one attempt. We forget about this, we do other things, right? So at this point, thank you so much, of course, for attending this little session, giving you a knowledge on how to go about business data analytics and the perception surrounding that. I believe you've learned something, and hope to see you guys in our classes. Our classes are on, and we have amazing, amazing, amazing packages for you guys. To this point, thank you so much. Of course,